Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and gentlemen, thanks for your service, and to your staff and team members, thank you as well. General Gear, I appreciate the meeting in my office yesterday. I talk about this chart a lot. By the way, this chart's actually running out of room now. These are all the Russian and Chinese incursions into the Arctic, into the Alaska AOR that you and the Indo-PACOM commander are both responsible for. The tempo, as I mentioned, is increasing. We're out of room here. We've had 2 Russian Bear bomber incursions in the last 3 weeks. The last one in our response, which was NORAD, we launched 9 assets, 2 F-16s, 2 F-35s, and AWACS, and I think 4 or 5 tankers. Now, you know, when these make the news, they never make the news down here, by the way. In Alaska, they make the news. But, you know, we say, oh, the Russians came into our airspace, we intercepted them. But these are highly complex, high-risk missions, dangerous. Our airmen, Guard, Reserve, active duty, they do a great job. But can you explain a little bit of the danger and complexity? I'll bring up a map here. You know, we're launching from J-Bear or Eielson. I mean, how far are our F-16s and F-35s flying just to intercept the Russians before they cross into our ADAs?
Senator, you're absolutely right. The picture of our fighters next to their bombers, you know, looks very harmless and very easy, but especially from Alaska with the distances and the harsh environment, make it very complex. When they get the alert klaxon to scramble from either Eielson or Elmendorf, they know that they're probably going to have to fly 1,600 miles from the nearest suitable concrete to land if they have an emergency.
Just to intercept the Russians.
Just to intercept them.
Just to get, that's only halfway through the mission, right? 1,500 miles.
Yeah, not even halfway, sir, because they'll intercept them, then they'll escort them for the duration of their period, then they have to fly back. So these missions are often 6 to 8 hours in flight gear that has to accommodate if they eject and survive, and so they're in...
It's 50 below zero in Alaska.
That's right. So their cockpits are comfortable, but they have to wear the gear in case they have to leave the cockpit in an ejection. These are some of the most challenging and really brave missions that we can do.
So I want to commend our Alaska-based military. They're doing a great job. How many tanker top-offs would a mission like that entail?
If they go to the extent of the Aleutians or up into on the north part of your map there, I would say a minimum of 6 air refuelings, often at night, in that cumbersome gear, and which gives me just a second to point out that the tankers and the AWACS are also up there to make sure that we can complete the mission along with the fighters.
So a couple other quick things. Thank you for that. And again, I want to thank them, our military. So let's say you're doing an intercept up here, Arctic Ocean. You're in an F-16. You lose an engine in February in the middle of the night. How's that going to play out for that pilot? F-16s have 1 engine, right?
They're a single engine. If they have any engine indications, hopefully, you know, I know they will be heading back over land. So if they do have to eject, at least it's over land and not over the water. If the engine is still working, you know, they're 1,500 miles or so from the nearest suitable runway at Eielson.
Let me ask a kind of combined question. I spoke to the Secretary of the Air Force, General Wilsbach, very recently. The Air Force has committed to me 10 years ago, to get more KC-135s up to Eielson for this exact purpose, but other reasons. I think they're working it, but 10 years is a hell of a long time to wait for a commitment from the Air Force. I hope we get on it. But we also need more infrastructure, right? We're reopening the Navy base at Adak. We're building out a port in Nome, finally. We're looking at Dead Horse up here. We're looking at King Salmon down here. Can you talk about both the need for tankers and expanded infrastructure that you're working on that can help make this mission more doable, more safe, and to give the power projection that we need to make sure that when the Russians and Chinese keep doing this, and all indications are they're going to keep doing it, that we have the ability to intercept them?
Yes, sir. We need the tankers, and I know the Air Force is working on that. That's the lifeline up there. All of the bases that you pointed out are extremely important for a couple of reasons. One is resiliency, safety, as you mentioned, and also it gives the President and the Secretary options. If we do come into conflict, we have more avenues of approach that we can defend or project power from if necessary.
Well, I look forward to continuing to work with you on all these. Thanks for your great service.
Thank you.